Welcome to Team What's video for our interactive interface for Tech124. Here you see some renders of what our interface will look like. It's very similar to a simple desktop computer. We've got a screen, a keyboard, and a mouse for people to use to interact with the interface. It's also got a pull-out surface for students to use their standard writing notes on. Here we've set up a simple scenario in a lecture hall classroom. You can see that we're just using laptops to show where our interfaces would be. You'll see how students interact with the prof and use the interface to enhance their learning experience. Now, in the normal lecture situation, the professor stands at the front of the room providing information to students using the whiteboard or projector screen. Our interface is meant to supplement that experience, giving the students access to more information, note-taking programs, and communication that can enhance their learning experience. Now, upon turning on the interface, it requires students to log in using their SFU ID. This is our way of making them accountable for their use of the system. Now, here on the main page, students have access to a number of programs. Following along the lecture notes, they'll use the Lecture Live program. It is synced directly to the professor's lectures and runs along with their slides, providing students with supplementary material, links, and even videos if the professor wants that can enhance their learning experience. Down at the bottom of the Lecture Live side of the program, there's a simple chat function where students can communicate with one another as the lecture goes on. They can use this to ask each other questions or send questions up to the TA or the professor. Now, along the side of the screen, you can see that all of the buttons from the main interface are there, so you have access to all of the other programs that our interface provides in each of them. Within the My Notes function of our interface, students will be able to record notes as they follow along with the professor's lecture. This program is synced directly to the student's file space, so everything that they record in here is written directly to that file space, and they will have access to it outside of the class. Now, along the bottom of the program interface, we have download, send, and delete buttons. This is where students can upload their notes to their file space or download previous notes if they need them for the lecture. Now, within the My Courses tab of our interface, students have access to the information that they have for their other courses, notes that they've taken, lecture, slides that they've taken in other courses, and they will be able to access them if they find it's relevant to the current lecture that they're in. And in the My Programs section of our interface, students have access to a variety of programs. Students can access the programs from this part of our interface and follow along with the professor as they need to. Now, here let's run through a situation where a student needs to ask a question in the course. As they're following along with the lecture, one student is unsure about something that the professor has just said and is curious to see if they'll go deeper into it in the lecture. Using the live chat part of our interface, they send out the question. Now, because the live chat is connected to all of the students and the TA is able to see that the student has asked the question. Looking over it, they can respond to the student and notify the professor if they see that the question is especially relevant to the lecture material and they think that the rest of the class could benefit from hearing the answer. And the professor is notified and decides to answer. Thank you for watching our video describing our interactive interface for lecture hall situations. This has been Team What.